what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right.
Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy, the Anime Sage, coming at you in another video. And okay, so I guess I'm here for like a little bit of another update video, or I guess for slight response to my update video, because I did see a couple comments here and there and whatever. But like, you know, whatever. It's more like a response, nothing like arguments or back and forth or whatever. Or like, because I saw a lot of you guys had different suggestions of where of the last one, which was I talked about expanding my content, and I'll also be talking about some future other stories that I've done, and I'm gonna be doing soon, and also I gotta talk about some other stuff as well in this video. I guess I first have to get into the first little bit of business from the last video. First off, I saw people were like, does that mean you're not going to be doing what ifs anymore? Like, I don't understand like where people think that expansion has like any means of reduction. Like, why would it, and second of all, why would I not do what ifs if they're like one of the main forms of how I eat, you know? I just like don't like, I know a lot of you might be like 13 or whatever, and you might like not understand like stuff, or who knows, like whatever else, you know, there could be other factors in between, and I don't want to mention them here, but you know, whatever. But it's like, expansion doesn't mean reduction, and I didn't plan on stopping doing what ifs. It was just like a comment I got at the beginning of the video, and it was like, I just like don't understand like where again expansion means reduction, you know? Like, this isn't like Destiny 2 or whatever. It's just like I'm trying to branch out to different things. So, and because I wanted to give you guys more variety on this channel and more stuff that can like allow me to breathe my head, because writing over and over again can be a bit, you know, a little bit like tight, a little bit bad for the brain, you know? It's a little bit it's like you should probably like not focus on one thing over and over again, because you might burn out on it, you know? So that's kind of where that thing's at. And as well, it kind of like helped branch out to other people who might be into that type of stuff, like original stories versus battles, and maybe, who knows, characters, manga reviews or whatever. I don't know, character analysis. I don't know. It's just like where I'm at with that type of stuff. But that's just kind of where that's at. Also, by the way, real quick, watch What If Deku Ichigo's Powers Part 2. That came out yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, I'll link that in the description of this video. And anyways, so I guess I now have to go into like the second point. Original stories. The Pokemon original story that I created, Pokemon Origins Episode 1, the Johto version one, I didn't expect it to do that well, especially because I was introducing something new to the channel, and I also hadn't done Pokemon content in a very long time. But, you know, it actually did decently. It wasn't too bad. I got some positive reception off of it, because a lot of people felt that I wrote the way I wrote it was pretty good. I talked to people close to me, and they thought it was pretty good. I asked them to be honest as well. So, you know, it was like something that was a pretty good experience of writing my first story. Now, in terms of the future of that little story, I'll keep doing them. It's not something that I'm gonna give up doing, right? So I think that that's going to be something that's moving forward, going to be very interesting. You know, I'm really excited on, you know, how that little story how that story continues. And I also want to keep branching out into those stories. Like, I have plans for like an Origins Hoenn, Origins Sinnoh, Origins Unova, you know? It's just like, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to me, right? I really like the story I'm trying to create, and like, you're gonna love the writing for the stories if you haven't checked out that original story yet, you know? So hopefully you guys do, if you have the time. It's almost approaching 1,000 views, and I really worked really hard on that thing. I know I keep promoting it a little bit too much, but you know, it's just like, I feel like a lot of you guys should experience that work. Anyways, in terms of like other original stories, I have plans for an original dragon story, and actually I could implement more Pokemon content, because I am a big Pokemon fan. I know a lot of you guys might not like Pokemon. I don't know how many of you do. I don't know, but like, I'm a big Pokemon fan myself. It's like pretty crazy for me. It's like, I'm very crazy about it, you know. It's like I've played a lot of the games. I played Hercule, Soul Silver, a lot of But anyway, there was the original Dragon story that I planned. It's you know, like Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem, how they can fuse together into like one original dragon. That's kind of the plan there. So yeah. Another one would be a Naruto story. I have 2 of those actually in the works. The first Seal Master, and which I think you guys might be very interested in, and an entire Naruto prequel, because, you know, we can actually like go through like the lives before Madara and like Hashirama, and maybe add some story and more details to like a prequel, because honestly I feel like we should have gotten a prequel instead of like a sequel to Naruto, you know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Boruto, you know, so whatever. and like, I guess like the anime has kind of salted that vision a little bit, but you know, whatever. But I guess the final thing I have to go over is what ifs. So I know some of you guys might not like this, maybe you might, I don't know, but I gotta be very honest with myself. So you guys know the first free My Hero Academia what ifs I did, which was what if Deku had Gamma's powers, what if Deku had Wood Release, and what if Deku had Aura Manipulation. Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you, I'm not proud of those anymore. I'm not really proud of those, you know, because like I listen back to those videos a little bit every time, and I literally just like kind of cringe a little bit, because I've gone so much up in quality that I'm going to be like I just like feel like I need to like do something with that with those series. So for now, those series are going to be on a hiatus for like a remaster. So essentially they're going to be like canceled until or be on like a hiatus until like I can think of like a good remaster for those and like give those to you in the future. And at the moment, I feel like I should because I feel like you guys deserve a lot better. I think I need to revisit those stories and like maybe like either improve them or like improve the pacing a bit, because a lot of the other problem I had with them was like the pacing in the original stories, because I felt like those stories were literally just like very poorly paced. They're very slow, and it's just like, and I've gotten so much better now as a storyteller that I think that I need to do remasters on all those. The same's going to happen to What If Kushina and Makoto Were Sisters, and I think that's about it. I'm going to be looking into newer My Hero Academia What Ifs, and I'm going to like look into remasters for those. And like for the Kushina and Makoto What If, I look back at that story too, and I think to myself, that was very poorly paced. and I'm like very disappointed in myself with that, because like I could have done so much better. I could have like paid attention to more details or back in my earlier parts of my career, in my YouTube lifespan, but I didn't really do that, and I'm pretty mad about that. But I want to give you guys a better, you know, quality update with that story, with parts 1 through like whatever, and give you guys something that's a lot better and improve that story, and try those stories again in the future, because I feel like a lot of you guys like the newer content I have now, and the newer content, and I had to agree with that little sentiment, because I like the newer content I'm producing, I like the stories I'm producing, and I feel like I do a lot better with those stories in general. So I'm gonna be putting those on hold, on a hiatus, and hopefully I can remaster those to the point where they're literally a lot better than they were when I first started out on YouTube. Okay, so that's fair. Now I do also have some other what if projects that I'm going to be looking into for new series. There is the What If Deku had a fusion quirk. I know you guys wanted that, and there's some other Naruto what ifs I'm working on in the background as well, and there's some other animes I'm looking to add a little bit later. However, you might know what animes I'm looking to add a little bit, and you know, because if you looked at the couple past update videos, you know. But I can't wait till like when I have to add those types of animes. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and also another animes potentially coming back to this channel, you know, because I do like if the Ichigo Deku series does as well as I think it might do. I think that we might be onto a little bit of something coming back, you know, to this channel as well. Anyways, I also looking into thinking about it, since I am such a big Pokemon fan. I might actually just start doing Pokemon what ifs. Like the first one is literally like, what if Ash was competent? But actually, I could also look into doing like game what ifs and stuff like that. Although I feel like the original stories in terms of Pokemon might be better for me. And then of course there's also the rewrites that I've been planning to work on. I have like a Naruto rewrite, as well as a Pokemon anime rewrite that I'm going to remaster. And then there could be other rewrites to like Bleach, Boruto, and One Piece. I could even try my hand at One Piece actually, or MHA maybe a little bit. Although I want to see how that series that's a little bit of a series that's ongoing at the moment. So, it's like I do love MHA, but I always like rewriting a lot of stuff. It's pretty fun to do, But like I'm gonna wait until a series at one point ends if I want to do a rewrite like that. And I guess the final thing is versus battles. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. So I'm going to put a poll after this video is up about versus battles. So what I'm going to be planning to do is, how I made the suggestion in the first update video about having like Luffy versus Deku and something like that. Well, I actually have another thing for the versus battles. So how like I have like all these like what if characters like Tenseigan Naruto, Kakashi Naruto, and all this other type of stuff. How about we also add in like versus battles for like not only like the real characters but also the what if characters I've created. So like like let's say for example Mjolnir Deku versus Tenseigan Naruto, or like something like that, It would be pretty fun to do, right? Or like how about Kakashi Naruto versus half Uchiha half Senju Naruto. So and we have like different versions of them. We have like different characters for this type of stuff. Heck, we can even do like all these like other types of like, so there's like so many different methods we can go about it. It's like I'm pretty excited of where I can go with that type of stuff. So yeah, so in addition to like real life characters, we could also put in like the what if characters I've created, the OCs I've created. It's gonna be really, really fun. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this like slight update video. Some of you might be disappointed in the series that I'm gonna put on the hiatus counter for a little bit until I can remaster them. Some of you might be very much anticipating what I can do with those new stories with better audio quality and better production, and I want to see what I can do with those as well. I'm going to be revealing some of the projects I'm working on a little bit later, probably tomorrow or tonight after this video is released. So who knows what happens. But yeah, that's about it. So for this update, this has been your boy, the Anime Sage, sign out. Peace, Yorta. Bye-bye. Peace.